Okay. KTT, new episode once every 2 weeks. This is episode 49. I am Drift. I'm joined by my co-host.
It's BlackStarXero. Just call me Zero.
That's the energy we have. That's what we're bringing in this episode. Before we get any further into the pod, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all of that you know to do on YouTube. By now, it helps the algorithm, helps me, helps Zero, helps the pod. Appreciate you. So, we are going to be covering JJK/Modulo. You feel me? Come on now. Speaks is still talking. After that, we're going to get into some One Piece on one part. Come on, the gift that keeps on giving, even though God Valley just ended. And then lastly, I believe we're going to be tackling some discussions regarding racism in anime.
Yeah, man.
Okie doke. So, cool. We're going to jump straight into the JJK/Modulo discussion. You feel me? So, the JJK/Modulo discussion, yeah, is basically, long story short, I just wanted to kind of touch base on the JJK aspect of it right now.
Right.
You feel me?
The JJK aspects of it.
Yeah, the JJK aspects of it right now. Not necessarily Modulo. Like, this is more so exclusively JJK, right? Because I have seen it in the streets up to now, and I kind of want to get your thoughts on it. Maybe you understand about it that I don't. You feel me? I just cursed there before 2 minutes in. I'm going to have to edit that out. Love that. You feel me? Anyway.
It happens.
Anyway, right? Why do you think... or anything, like, I suppose the question is kind of JJK/Modulo based, you get me? Because there's a
I have a feeling I know where this is going, but go on.
Yeah, you get me? I feel like you do, because I have spoken about it off mic, you get me? There's a particular character from JJK that be catching a lot of straights. Damn, there I go again, I have to edit that out too, you feel me? There's a character from JJK that be catching mad straights. You get me? There's also a character from Modulo that similarly be catching mad straights, you feel me?
Okay.
Cool. Now, those two characters are, and from JJK, it is a one... Yuta Okotsu, you know him, you love him, I think, question mark, you know him from JJK Zero. You feel me? So, tritagonist of JJK, effectively.
Yeah, some for your vocabulary.
You get me? Tritagonist, you feel me? Come on now, you feel me? Come on, you get more than anime here, you feel me? Come on now, right? And then, of course, from Modulo, it's none other than the poster boy, you get me? That being Maru.
Right.
Right? Now, whereas Maru for me is a bit more confusing to understand where the dislike for him has just kind of erupted from out the gate. With Yuta, I feel like I can understand a piece more where people might be coming from, but at the same time, if some of the reasons I'm seeing just aren't really in good faith, in my opinion. You feel me? So before we get into unpacking any of that, right? Based off what you've seen from Yuta in your entirety of watching or reading JJK,
right,
and everything that you've seen on Maru, give me your thoughts on why both characters could be catching some straights right now.
Right. Cool. So I'll try to do this as quick as possible. With Yuta, it stems from, I believe, 2 instances in the final arc there, right? So 1, him sneaking up on Kenjaku.
Okay.
And 2, him fumbling the flesh mecha.
Okay.
Right? So that's
and
Yuta.
Those are the 2 that you feel like it that like
yeah,
this like
I feel like that's really it.
Okay. Speak to it.
And I can flesh that out a bit more in a second. With Maru hasn't done anything, at least from what I've seen, to warrant any kind of hate, right? Or kind of clowning or anything like that.
Right.
There's one instance where he gets knocked out. You understand? And that's it.
Okay.
You understand? But that was your first real beef engagement type thing in JJK. They're like smaller skirmishes, but that was your first real serious shit. You know, everybody like really working out how like, you know, abilities work and how to like counteract them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, with Maru, it's only one thing, and the one thing about him being knocked out really doesn't make any sense, because even while he was incapacitated, he was still able to like back the beef. You understand? So it doesn't really make any sense. Now with Yuta, I think it's because the way he was gassed up in JJK Zero. Okay. Right, and talking up all this curse energy and all that kind of stuff, you know, that kind of thing, and then Rika really didn't seem to really do much towards the tail end there.
But yeah, go on,
you understand? Towards the tail end there, so she carried him off and she kept his body alive. I think,
which I suppose is substantial.
You understand? And she's now like, you know, contained in a ring which got passed down, you know, through the family. You understand? So Rika's tied to Yuta. Rika wasn't super useful, I would say, toward the end of JJK. And him sneaking up on Kenjaku, possibly a bitch move. I don't particularly think it is. And then, fumbled the Gojo Flesh Mecha.
Okay.
You know? So that's why I think that is.
And how justified do you feel that those takes are? Like, even if those are the reasons behind the disliking, the current disliking of him, and you two were talking about here, how justified do you feel like those criticisms are in the wake of everything else that he has done in the story? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like there are several
So-
points in the story where Yuta's presence is quite literally linchpin. You feel me?
Well,
Quite
yeah.
literally linchpin.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Like even as far as the
The
raid.
Jacob's ladder.
You know what I mean?
You understand? The copying Jacob's ladder, that was one of them. You understand? Him copying basically Unlimited Blade Works. That's another one. You see what I'm gonna say? So like in terms of Yuta, no.
Bro, like don't get me wrong, even in the earlier part of like the Colin games, Yuta was soloing, as in by himself, 3 niggas that were on wax brought back from the Heian period. By himself. Closed out those dubs.
Right.
You feel me? So that's why I'm like,
And he didn't look injured or scuffed or anything like
Closed
that.
out the W's.
What we say, mid diff?
like I would say mid diff. I wouldn't say low diff because he looked like he was actually boxing with all of them. You get me? But it wasn't. He still successfully closed out those farm scraps on
Right.
his own. You get me? Like
So
two
that
separate
kind of just
individual
reinforces what I'm saying. Now,
scraps. You feel me?
where the majority of the hate, I think, I say like, if I'm putting this in percentage wise,
Yeah.
I'd say like 80% of it
Yeah.
comes from the Gojo thing, right? One, Gojo stands guaranteed they're not going to be happy about that.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah,
It wasn't
understandable.
actually Gojo that come back.
But at a certain point, them niggas need to get over it. But go on.
Fine.
Mhm.
And 2, it's the fact that he tried to do the Hollow Purple and failed.
All right. Now, in regards to that, I feel like I can't lie. I've always told you that that's my reasoning. You know what I'm saying? Like me myself, that's something that I hold against Mr. Okotsu. You get me? You taking Gojo's body and then essentially ending the fight on your face after effectively doing nothing.
Yeah.
Is a magnificent L on your record. You feel me? I will not
Fair.
hold niggas. You feel me?
Fair.
But that is quite literally the only thing that when I look at man said Luther. Damn, see, niggas are probably thinking I'm calling him El Yuta there, you know what I'm saying? But that's the only thing that when I think of Yuta, it's the egregious L. You get me? Every other fight I've ever seen him in, I feel like what people are criticizing him for, like, cool, so I'll now speak on it, yeah? When I look at the discourse online, niggas are criticizing Yuta because, in their opinion, we'll use Kenjaku as the example, how we beat Kenjaku. Apparently, Yuta's prone to sneaking up on niggas. You get me?
But you just said he 3v1 somebody.
Stay with me. Hey, nigga, I can read. You get me? Like, don't forget, that's what they say about Dragon Ball Z fans. You get me? We can't read. Evidently, it might be extending to the JJK verse as well. You feel me?
Anime fandom
Like-
in total.
Like, bro, it might be extending to the JJK, the JJK fandom as well. You feel me? Because in the majority of scraps that I've ever seen Yuta in, what people are choosing to nitpick on are like the minutia of the fights. You know what I'm saying? Like, so people are mad that cool. A lot of his fights starts with him pulling up on people when they're unawares. You get me? But to me, that speaks to a level of like fucking skill. You get me? Because the people that Yuta be pulling up on are not weak individuals. Like another nigga couldn't just pull up on Kenjaku like that without Kenjaku knowing. You feel me? You can just ask because, hey, Kenjaku has gone up against other niggas like, so Beanie who trained Todo. Like the blonde chick,
Yeah.
she's the one that trained Todo. You know what I'm saying? She went up against Kenjaku and Kenjaku dropped her ass. You feel me?
Right.
So again, Kenjaku's not somebody that you can just run up on one ton. You get me? Like on a Wormsy thing. You feel me? So I feel like by trying to use that as the example, I don't understand the criticism. Like you're mad because he speed blitzed somebody that was immensely powerful, which means that it showcases his own skill. I don't understand the criticism there. You feel me?
Fine, yeah.
Another one is for example, like when he fights Yuji, yeah, the fight ends with Rika holding down Yuji and then Yuta walking up to Yuji and stabbing him in the chest. You get me? Because of things like that, people are like, yo, he's not really anything without Rika. You get me? When you look at it through that lens there, what's Gojo without the Limitless? What's Gojo without the Six Eyes? What's Megumin without the 10 Shadows?
What's
You get me?
Sukuna without binding vow?
Like, what facts? You get me?
You understand, like, what's Sukuna without
facts.
binding vow?
You get me? Like, what's Sukuna without a binding vow? You feel me?
Yuji without the
Like,
Black Flash. All these things are synonymous with
like,
these
what are we
characters.
doing? Like, you're now trying to nitpick like his skill set and saying that his skill set, as he has it, as it has been written since the inception of JJK Zero, is an issue. So if that's what the criticism is, I'm like, you niggas need to take a step back and actually find a criticism.
Right.
You get me? They're like, one thing you can criticize Yuta for, and you've heard me say it on the pod and off it, that Gojo display in the final arc, straight buns, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold you. Straight buns. You feel me? I'm
And
not gonna
that
hold
is,
you.
that in my opinion, is a far more valid criticism.
Like, that is a valid criticism.
Moving on to Maru now, what's your take on it?
My take on Maru, so of course, I'm the one that's more tapped in with Modulo. You know what I'm saying? So I can already tell that the reason people dislike Maru is because of two things.
Okay.
One being the fact that there was a discourse very early on, I want to say like maybe chapter 3, chapter 4, right? Where Cross and Maru were discussing some shit regarding whether or not Maru should take action after this individual who's been like a fucking child killer or something like that.
Right.
Or like if a child's been in danger, what are you going to do, Maru? Maru was like, my job kind of isn't to do anything. You get me? Like, I'm here essentially as an emissary. You know what I'm saying? My job is to come, assess fucking Japan, assess humanity, and see if there can be any coexistence between us and fucking humanity. You get me?
Okay,
It's not necessarily my job to step in and do something. I've literally been explicitly told to not do anything. You get me? When some shit pops off. And that's what fucking I can't remember my brother's name. Yuka's brother. You know what I'm saying? Brother. Blackhead done. You get me? Surugi. You get me?
Right.
So obviously Surugi got onto him about that. It was like, so what do you mean? That you can just stand there while a fucking child is in danger and do nothing because it's your job type shit? You get me? And that little discourse there, combined with the fact that obviously the aforementioned him being knocked out, again, sleeper shit, yeah? Him being knocked out, those two facts are what people are kind of looking at to be like, I don't know how I feel about Maru, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's the type of individual that will put his job over saving the life of a child, you get me? And he's also somebody that could get dropped, even though Sumerians, the working understanding is they have a better control over cursed energy and shit like that. So how you getting slept so easily, you feel me? So those two things combine to make the bulk of the criticism towards Maru, in my opinion, you feel me? Or at least from what I've seen. Now, with that in mind, how do you feel those are? Like, are they valid?
Right. So with the first point, my pushback on that would be that, look, you're judging Maru by human standards, motherfucker.
Like, can you niggas
You
read?
understand? You are judging Maru by human standards. So he has a very clear set of directives to ensure that his people have somewhere to call home at the end of this engagement. Right? And he doesn't want to overstep his bounds. This is early on. So obviously, in the first instance, he might not think that he needs to take action in that circumstance. But subsequently going down the line, he clearly will. He's shown that already.
Separately, like as good of a point that is, I feel like the aspect of this that most men or like some men aren't looking at is the fact that, bruv, you are talking about two entirely separate races potentially working on either going to war or coexisting. You feel me? Maru is here as an emissary to assess shit. He was told explicitly to not intervene. You feel me? Because if you intervene, that could be the impetus for some weird shit between Sumerians and humans.
Right.
You get me? So it's like, I don't think niggas were properly taking stock of that particular part there before they started to like criticize.
Too much dialogue, not enough action.
Like, not enough action. But that's, hey, niggas, read. You get me? Like, hey, Dragon Ball fan here, I'm telling you. Like, they say about my fan base all the time. They say we can't read. JJK fans, Modulo fans, I encourage you to fucking read. You feel me? Read, please. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. That was supposed to be like a quick little 5-minute thing, you get me? But it is what it is. Secondary question for this, right? In Modulo now. Don't worry about JJK. Straight Modulo, yeah?
All right.
With the way that chapter 12 has ended, Cross being shot, what do you think that means for the implications going forward?
Well, let's hope cooler heads prevail, but that's not a very good story now, is it?
Keep in mind the individual that got shot and like the sentiments he himself has already.
Yeah. I mean, it could be the kicking off point. Like, I'd be very surprised if it isn't. But my genuine hope is that cooler heads prevail. For it to just start over some like fuckboy nonsense. Because Body was just trigger happy.
So when you say cooler heads prevail, like who would be the cooler head on like on the Sumerian side?
On the Sumerian side.
Like who'd be the cooler head?
Right. Two people. One, the monk-looking dude, the bald head, kind of looking like Tengen. I forget his name. Right.
I still can't really speak on his intentions. I can't lie.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if he's pushing peace or if he's like, you know what I'm saying, some weird shit still to come.
Well, he backed Cross's argument for coexistence, and so
but that was pre Cross being shot. You get me?
Yeah. So he's one of the cooler heads I'm referring to. He's the one that come and had the like exchange with them, sat down, had dinner and all that kind of stuff. You understand? So he dealt with all that kind of thing. So I'm hoping that he at least understood this wasn't on us. This was somebody acting on their own.
Okay.
Right? Kind of thing. It wasn't supposed to go like that. Right? It's further complicated by the ambiguity between the Kalians and cursed spirits, right? Because the whole point of that little engagement was the fact that they now suspect that humans are killing Kalians. And man, them are saying like, yo, Kalians might be similar to cursed spirits, but they are not. They are not. You know, cursed spirits, so we're not doing anything. You perceive it as that, but that's not what's really going on. So Cross getting shot's already made a complicated situation worse, right? So my hope is that the Tengen looking done and the guy from Earth can like smooth that over. The second person I'm hoping has a cooler, because if they don't,
it's over.
Bro.
Okay,
you know,
I like the take,
because he was sat there. He was kind of like, I think I don't know if I call him the tie-breaking voice, but he kind of called Brody there on his bullshit during the vote thing that they had. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, you know, so he has some authority. Yeah, and he doesn't seem to be like easily swayed on you know, type shit. So I'm hoping that if at least he can recognize that, look, this is a big issue. It's gonna require a resolution, but the resolution doesn't require like the extermination of humanity.
And Cross himself, how do you think Cross himself will respond? Will respond in the wake of being shot by humanity, by a human, essentially.
Well, as the injured party, it's harder for him to forgive. I can understand that, boy. You understand? Because he was doing his best to play defense when that happened as well. You understand? So he could look at it like just another example of humans showing their true colors, not being trustworthy, and they say nice things to your face, and then they shoot you hiding behind somebody else. You understand? So if he views it that way, I couldn't fault him. You understand? For that particular resolution, I think that will require Maru. Right? But if Maru decides to skits out and go bad because his brother dies or some shit
that I can't see happening. I can't. You know what I'm saying? I don't really see that happening. You feel me? But I suppose what I'm thinking is this. You know what I'm saying? In the wake of Cross being shot, if Cross himself, in response to being shot, because of course he already has his pre-existing fucking disliking of humanity. You get me? And being shot by a nigga while pushing peace, you know what I'm saying? While trying to defuse the situation, might be all he needs to feel justified in his belief that, yeah, cool, there can be no coexistence between humanity. You feel me? And I kind of feel like if Cross himself, post being shot, is pushing for war, I think the little monk nigga ain't really going to be trying to like...
Nobody's really going to stand against him on that.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think the monk nigga's going to be trying to smooth shit over. You get me? Because to the eyes of the Sumerians, however much we've been trying to push peace and like keep up this little display of like, just, hey, I'm your neighbor, all of that, I'm sorry, all of that goes out the window, right? Like, the Kali and cursed spirit thing is philosophical religious. You get me? Like, you guys view them one way, we view them the other. You feel me? A member of my race...
It's not even that clear cut. Like, they're two distinct things.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, cool. The Kalians not being cursed spirits or all of that is philosophical religious. You get me? One people sees them as one thing, the other people see them as the other. You get me? They're separate things. You get me? Cool. But as a... Like, if I'm Dabra, yeah? A member of my race was shot by a member of your race. You get me? That's all I can be looking at. You feel me? And when you understand that the working idea is not Dabra himself, but some of the majority of the Sumerians on the ship are pushing for war. You get me? And they're trying to find any local avenue to be like, okay, cool, this is good enough and credible enough to launch
that
the war.
That could even be a splinter faction. You know what I'm saying? Could even cause a splintering.
Hey, what I'm saying, well, I mean, truth be told, yeah, you get me? But I say all of that to say, I genuinely believe Cross is going to be like, more so than anybody else, how Cross responds to being shot will be very, very telling about how the Sumerians are going to go forward. You get me? But like how because I can't lie, if when I look online, the majority of people are saying the same thing. How that nigga in particular, it doesn't matter, like not the other nigga on the opposite side, the human nigga, not the monk looking done, how he responds to being shot will be indicative of how the Sumerians are going to handle this shit going forward. You feel me? Because I genuinely believe that in their eyes, that one action is action enough to really get shit cracking.
Man, from their perspective, the humans drew first blood.
Yeah, like you shot, you know what I'm saying?
You drew first blood. They shot first.
Literally.
You understand? We took no actions. We caught them killing Kalians. You understand? And in response, they attack Cross.
You know what I'm saying?
You understand?
Done.
So infraction upon infraction.
Upon infraction. You feel me? So yeah, honestly,
it could very well spark that war.
It very well could spark that war, and I can't lie, I do like the direction that the fucking story's going in. You get me? I feel like some interesting shit is OTW. You feel me? I didn't really want the modular discussion to take this much of the pod, but if you have anything else you wanted to add to it.
No, I wanted to kind of circle. Yeah. Sorry, that was all confusing. My bad. Let me put my teeth back in. Right. What I was trying to say was, I kind of want to circle back onto the last pod we had, where we kind of discussed, when potentially the Sumerians could have arrived on Earth for them to like witness a human seemingly harming a Sumerian, a Kalian, and engendering that hate that they have.
Yeah.
And I no longer feel like it's that far back. It could just be some shit they witnessed recently, if I'm keeping it on, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, we were being a bit too high. It could still be.
No.
It could
I'm
still very well be.
I do very much subscribe to that lane of thinking as well. Like in the last pod, we were probably thinking a bit too far back.
Yeah.
In reality, like the Kalians that the Sumerian on the ship was talking about was likely just some cursed spirits getting busted down in Tokyo.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So like. Thank you, actually. Yeah, spinning back and like kind of putting that to rest. It's not a situation of like them landing back in the AM
I'm open to my mind being changed. I'm still hoping that, it kind of explains Sukuna. That's just my personal little
I don't see it. I can't lie, boy.
Yeah, no. Not a real thingy, but I'm just like, there's a lot of similarity between him and the Sumerians. I'm like, I'm hoping that maybe explains his lineage, boy, but if not, then
I can't even lie to you. The one character that I can see kind of getting a weird amount of callback is actually Mahito. You get me?
I mean, he's already got one feature in it. Him and Yuji are basically the only ones that really got any features.
Like any features, you feel me? There are two panels where you see like Nobar and them man like post the ending. You know what I'm saying? So not elderly, but you can tell that they've grown up past where we
In
see the
Modulo?
ending. Yeah, 2 £2 panels a fucking thing.
Nobara?
Nobara, you see Nobara there. You see Yuta sat down with his arms crossed. You see a pregnant Maki stood up next to him. So
Oh, okay,
Maki
okay.
sat
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
The thing,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So
Okay,
that was cool.
yeah.
That was cool. You feel me?
Mhm,
But yeah, nah, cool. Glad we spun back on that because I did want to actually lay that to rest. You get me? I do not think that them boys landed like thousands of years ago. No, it was just some niggas getting
It
bust
seems
down
more
in
like a
Tokyo.
more recent thing.
It was just
But
niggas getting their heads squashed in Tokyo. You get me? Real shit. But yeah, cool. So what? That's the Modulo /
That's it for
JJK
Modulo
discussion.
for me.
Say less. So next pod, I mean that man said next pod, you know. Next segment, this ate up the majority of the pod, I'm not gonna lie. So we're gonna have to sidestep one piece and we are going to address the racism in anime discussion. See you then. And we are back for the second half of the pod. If you still with us, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate you. Helps me, helps Zero, helps the pod. Thank you. So, in this part of the podcast, we are going to be discussing some racism in anime. And without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to my dude. Zero, it's in your hands, dog.
Yes, thank you very much. So, coming back to the topic of racism in anime.
What?
And we've spoken on this before in our early episode, representation. You can check that out.
Right.
Yeah, so the reason for me bringing up the topic is because it's not exactly a recent thing. It's been going on for about a week now. A kind of prominent black cosplayer
Okay.
seemingly, exited. And reports are that the, hate she got online, contributed to that. Right? I want to say exited, like, obviously, I'm trying to, keep it clean for you.
Keep it respectful.
You understand?
Yeah.
Right. So so let's say self-exited then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cool. And seemingly, the racism she was facing online as a result of it.
As a result of her cosplay?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, I just kind of want to, talk about that a bit because it's like I've never been to a con, right? And I've always wanted to go to one, all right? And I remember when we visited New York and we were just happened to be on the same day that a con was happening.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
That was a pretty good experience, seeing all the cosplayers walking up and down the place and all that kind of stuff. Different, characters, some I recognize, some I don't. All that kind of thing. Right? And again, there were, cosplayers of all races and, shapes and sizes and stuff like that. So it wasn't like a majority white or majority Asian kind of thing. I saw a few of black people there as well. Right? So I've always wanted to visit a con, but I've never really found an anime, a character in anime that I feel like I could accurately portray. Right?
All right.
And I believe that some of that does stem from the fear that I would get shit like that.
Really?
You understand? Yeah. So I'm not talking about recent thing. I'm talking about this has always just kind of been
No.
something in the back of my mind. I'm like, yeah, if you don't rock the right thing or if you're not if you're not the right kind of character, people are gonna tell you that your shit doesn't look good because you're just not the right character. So like a black Goku or some shit like that, I've seen them all the time. I know people are brave enough to do it, all that kind of stuff. But it's like, he's my favorite anime character. Probably wouldn't cosplay as him because I don't feel like I could do the costume right.
All right.
You understand? So in my head, I'd always think, if I'm gonna do something like that, I'd probably go as someone like Static.
Smart move.
You understand?
Yeah.
Why? Because I fit all of that. So as long as I can get my costume to look a certain way, there's no issues with it.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So it's one part respect for all the man that do go out there, representing their favorite series and characters and all that kind of in whatever way, shape, or form that is. And kind of just to touch on, how widespread that shit is now. Just the hate people get online. Right? If you remember a few years back when I first started,
stay with me. So when you say it's widespread now, when you say the hate people get, is this still a general sense, or are we still talking about black people here?
Well, I can only really speak from the black.
That's kind of why I do want to stamp down what discussion we're having. You feel me?
I can only really speak on it from the black because I don't really see it. Like when I do come across those cosplay the chicks and stuff like that, right? I don't really see that kind of stuff in Latina girls, instances and stuff.
Bro,
like
it's
that.
a fact,
But you'll see it in the black girls ones.
Yeah.
You understand?
And not just black girls, black guys too. Yeah.
Yeah, you understand?
Yeah.
But it's there's a whole deeper thing there with just the level of attractiveness awarded to black women. You understand? They seem to have to go like that bit extra just to be considered beautiful or attractive. Not a conversation for today specifically, boy, but you understand? There's that element in there too. So yeah, I don't really see in other people's or other races you know, comment section. You understand? But you do see a lot of it in black comment sections, right?
Okay.
And I remember like if you think back, one of the first videos I put out, one of the earliest videos I put out then on my TikTok, it was just Viz throwing up a video of some black cosplayer, and the amount of bile that was in the Twitter. This is specifically on Twitter, by the way. You understand? The amount of bile that was in that fucking comment section. You understand? Wrong series. The name Bleach is what was I saying? Some shit about the name Bleach being ironic or some shit like that.
Okay.
Black skin, bleach, you get white. You understand? That kind of shit. So like, I suppose really what I'm trying to get up to is like, bro, like, why the fuck do we have to fight so hard for it to be accepted, bro?
So here's
You
my whole
understand?
thing.
I think really that's what I'm just trying to build up to. It's like, why the fuck do we have to fight so hard to be accepted?
So I kind of knew that this is where the discussion was going to like climax. You get me? This was going to be the peak of the discussion. But hey, look, you ask 1,000 different black people, you get 1,000 different answers. You feel me? And this particular black person here, I want to preface this and make sure I'm showing the appropriate amount of respect before I get into my point here. Do you get me? Nothing I'm about to say is trying to make light of the fact that this individual felt like she needed to self-delete. You get me? And of course, there are probably other reasons in her life that she chose to self-delete. In my own humble opinion, and of course I can't speak to her mind or the mentality she was in. In my own humble opinion, I find it hard to believe that somebody would take their own life because of criticisms on their cosplay online. You feel me? So whatever it comes to things like self-deletion, you know what I'm saying? I always try to look at the fact that, what the most surface level observant reason can be, or you think, there's a bevy of reasons beneath the surface that could have actually been the actual reason behind it.
Okay.
You feel me?
Enough.
So that's also something you need to consider. You feel me?
Right.
The secondary point I was gonna make after that, and again, I need to really clarify here that I'm not trying to disrespect this person. You feel me? Yes, black people, when we cosplay and when we do certain things, we catch an unnecessary amount of flack. You feel me? But in my eyes, we don't cosplay and do what we do as a part of this fandom because we're trying to be accepted. If anything, it's the opposite. It's about expression. It's not about acceptance. You feel me?
Okay.
I don't do like, we don't dress up the way we dress up and attend the cons and support these works because we want to be accepted. We do it because we choose to support the media or the works that we enjoy. You get me? And when it comes to anime or cartoons, a part of that is cosplaying. You get me? And the unsettling truth is, you're gonna have racist people online that don't like to see black people in the same spaces as like they're cosplaying white people or they're cosplaying Asian people or whatnot. You get me? Do you understand the reason behind that? No. But at the end of the day, it's not why I'm at the con. I'm not at the con trying to figure out why the people who dislike black people on a fundamental level also dislike me, who's also black. You feel me?
Okay.
Like it's not why I come to the con. It's not a thought that I really care about. You feel me? Because I've already seen online, I see black cosplayers online, and whenever you check the comment sections, it's usually people saying stupid racist shit, like you said, Bleach, the irony, you know what I'm saying, because it's a black person cosplaying an Asian character or whatever. None of that shit bothers me. The same way it doesn't bother the people who make the reels. You know what I'm saying? Like the same people that I'm talking about when I see them in reels, it doesn't bother them. They just ignore the comments. Why? Because, gang, it takes nothing for a nigga, especially like behind the faceless account, so like they've like a display picture. It takes nothing to then type out some wild shit and then go about your day. It takes nothing from you. You feel me? To the person on the receiving end, I imagine, the first maybe 5 times you see it, it will bug you out. But after thousands of people doing this on every single reel you upload, nigga, you kind of understand, bro, these niggas probably don't even dislike me actually. They just know that they'll probably get attention if they say some racist shit online.
Okay.
You feel me? Okay. And on that level, I find it hard to like kind of zero in on it and actually be affected by it. You get me? Because to me, it's just a nigga being corny. You feel me? Like it's just an individual online being corny. I can't look at it as anything more serious than that, because in the vast majority of the examples that I see whenever I look at things like this, it's always from some type of faceless account. A faceless account, you have to request to follow them. They have like 12 followers or some shit. You feel me? This all indicates that this Instagram account is somebody else's, like it's somebody's side Instagram account that they likely specifically use just to shit post. You get me? And as a nigga, like, you be on Twitter. I don't really be on Twitter like that. You know what I'm saying? You already know that niggas love creating accounts on shit like Twitter just to shit post. I've lost count of the amount of YouTubers I've seen, the amount of cosplayers, YouTubers, the amount of people that I've seen get caught up in situations like that. You get me? Where it's like you have a side account where you dedicatedly just talk shit, and then people catch you, and it's like, oh, so you're the one behind this account? And then that person usually goes through some shit publicly. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, as you should, you get me? Because at the end of the day, gang, you have to understand, and it's like I've always said, the disinhibition effect. You get me? Niggas are empowered behind the fact that they lose nothing. There is no actual accountability. Your feet isn't getting held to the fire in any capacity if you get off this racist shit online. You get me? You do it simply because you can, because you think you're being funny. You get me? To the niggas who are like creating the rules, the black rule creators that I see, it does not bother them. Why? Because you understand it's part and parcel at this point.
Shout out to them for having thicker skin as well.
Like when I say, bruv,
again, no disrespect to.
I feel like it's
lady,
literally,
shout
it's
out
like
to them
anything.
thicker skin.
My nigga, it's like anything. You feel me? The first time a non-black person calls you the hard R, yeah, nigga, it sting a lot. You get me? Really does kind of make you want to get up on some violent shit. You get me? But after thousands of people call you online, like I've been called online, and nigga, you think that shit bother me anymore? You think that shit move the needle for me anymore? It can't. I can't allow it to because I don't know this nigga. Right. You feel me? I don't know this nigga. The fuck I look like getting dressed for a con. Like, much like yourself, I've never attended a con. You get me? But it's not because I care about what people think about my costume. I don't give a fuck. You're going to see a range of costumes in terms of quality and design at any fucking con you go to. You know what I'm saying? Low end, high end. Low effort, high effort. You feel me? It's raiding. It's going to happen, gang. There are men that go to cons and don't even dress up because you're just going there to buy memorabilia. You feel me? So that's why I'm like, gang, I don't get dressed and go to a con worrying about what a motherfucker thinks about my outfit. You get me? Especially if I already know I'm there for me to enjoy myself. Provided I enjoy myself at the con, nigga, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. So that's why I'm like, I do understand how it might be a contributing factor to somebody else. And that's why I had to preface what I was saying before I said all of this. But to this particular black person, I've never really understood why you allow the opinions of people online, of people you don't know, to affect you so deeply. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's forever confused me, bro. It's because it's like, gang, you wouldn't let a random stranger in the street walk up to you, say something, and then, like, allow that to bother you for the next fucking 2 weeks. Why would you? You feel me? I don't know this nigga. And because I don't know you, it's why you're empowered to say this shit. You feel me? More like, I'll put it to you this way. How many cons have you seen where a black person is being racially abused IRL in the con?
Probably none.
There's a reason for that, big dog. There's a reason for that, big dog. Why? Because IRL, there is no fucking faceless profile to hide you. There is no side Instagram account to hide you. You talk up.
Scared of the fucking
nigga, why do you think... It's not even being scared of just black people. You get me? Anybody you see talking shit that much online on those little faceless accounts, there's a reason you do it online on a faceless account. It's because you know, do that shit IRL, the results are gonna look very different. You get me? That whole, bleach, it's ironic because you're black. If you said that to a black person, to their face, in a con, there is a strong chance, you're getting a taste slapped out your mouth. So you niggas feel empowered to do it online because you know the option to do it IRL does not exist. You get your shit rocked. Through that lens, you start to, like, psychologically understand why some of these men feel empowered to behave this way now online. It's because it's the only setting that you feel empowered enough to do so, gang.
So do you feel like there's anything to be said then in, for example, that kind of behavior affecting community or the sense of community?
Not necessarily, no. Because any anime fandom it's not just racist people. You get me? Any anime fandom is multicultural, effectively. You know what I'm saying? Any anime fandom is a cultural melting pot. You get me? Okay. So it's really and truly down to you to, like, not really hyperfixate on the negativity, because the negativity is there. You know what I'm saying? It's there. You can't control people.
It's always gonna exist.
You can't control niggas waking up and choosing to be on some weird shit. You feel me? You have no control over that. You feel me? So you waking up and allowing that to fuck up your bottom line emotionally, that, like, after a certain point, it's on you, gang. Because you already know that, like, these type of trolling ass niggas exist in the world. You feel me? They exist. They aren't going anywhere. You get me? So it's really on you to kind of come to grips with the fact that, dog, some people will line up to talk shit just because they can online. again, I need to spin back to the fucking earlier part where I said, you show me a video where niggas have been racially fucking discriminated against, like black people in cosplay has been racially discriminated against heavily, IRL in a con. Nigga, I'll wait. Why? It's because you know the results will be different. In person, you understand that there is no disinhibition. You feel me? You know that the shit you say and how you say it and who you say it to can lead to a certain result if you don't watch your motherfucking mouth. Get me? So that's why on a psychological level, if you flip it on its head, that's why you niggas are empowered to speak this way online. It's because it's online, gang. You lose nothing. There is no threat to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, the black people you're fucking racially abusing online in their comment sections, them niggas ain't gonna sit down and try to dox you. Why? Because, gang, I have a fucking life to live. I'm already cosplaying, nigga. You think I give a fuck about trying to find out who you are actually behind this account? Nigga, I don't care. You feel me? And that's just the harsh reality of it. I'm not lying to you. I've arrived at this opinion because I myself, it's something that I've observed. You get me? And in every one of these black real creators videos that I see on like Instagram, for example, the first thing I do is check the comment section. You get me? See how often they're in there arguing back against some of these trolling niggas. None. Very rarely. Why? Because, nigga, I'm gonna sit here and back-to-back argue with a fucking troll account on my main account with X amount of followers and shit. Man, miss me with that, nigga. I ain't got time, twin. You get me? I just don't have the time. Racism exists because racism exists. It's a part of every single anime community. You get me? But here's the thing. I'm never gonna lie to you. On a deeper level, it's probably not even actual racism. You'll be surprised the shit niggas will say just because they know it will get a reaction out of you. You feel me? You'll be surprised the shit people will say to you just because they know they'll get a reaction out of you. It might even be deep-seated racism. These people might probably have no issues with black people. It's just they know that if they see a black person cosplaying, because it's not typical to see a black person trying to fucking cosplay as Byakuya from Bleach, they're gonna throw some local fucking shot because they know it might get a reaction out of you. It's how trolls work, my nigga. You can't feed them. You feel me? You can't feed them. 100%. And to the sick niggas out there that was criticizing this girl, if they found out that the reason that she self-deleted was in any way due to the criticism that she was getting because of her cosplays and shit, those niggas now feel like they did something. You feel me? That's how sick minds work, my nigga. Those niggas probably now feel like they did something.
Did something as in
did
what?
Something.
They feel some kind of guilt, or they just feel satisfied.
Bro, not necessarily guilt or satisfaction, but they feel like they've contributed to an actual result. You get me?
Okay.
They feel like they've actually done something. Like if they actually felt like in any way the shit that they were saying about her cosplay meaningfully contributed to herself deleting herself, those are the type of people that will look at that type of trolling and be like, look, see, you troll enough and you get results. You can't let niggas get up in your fucking head like that, gang. You get me? If you're gonna get dressed and take your ass to a con that you paid for to pay and paid to get into, wearing a costume that you paid to put together, fuck you mean you're gonna allow external people to fuck up your vibe with their fucking bullshit opinions, nigga. Go to the con. If you're a black person, I'm saying it now, go to the con because you have as much a fucking right to be there as anybody else, my nigga. It's really that simple.
I'm glad Drew spoke on that because that was gonna be my final point as well.
Nah, guys, go to the con.
All the hating ass motherfuckers out
go
there,
to the con. Bro, go to the con.
Be up in the comment
Go
sections,
to the con.
all that nonsense.
Nigga,
black anime fans are not going anywhere.
You're gonna see us, nigga.
You understand?
You can be in the comment
sections. We're gonna
sections.
be vocal online. We're gonna be there in person.
You can be in the comment sections,
Shouts
nigga.
out to all them, and again, that actually do turn up. You know, repping their favorite series.
Be in your comment
Shouts out to
sections.
you.
Like, send your tweets, nigga. Drop your comments. Send your tweets. Talk bad in Reddits, nigga. Every single con you go to, you are going to see my people there dressed fire. I'm sorry, gang. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, twin. Psych, I'm not. You feel me? Till with it, gang. You feel me? It sounds like a you issue. Not gonna lie. Because the way I see it, these niggas are here because they have as much of a right to be here as any one of you.
Exactly.
As far as I am concerned, I've never ever once seen a mangaka come out and say black people are not allowed to appreciate and take part in the work that I made. You show me them. You show me them. No, of course. You know what I mean? But you show me them. Oh, psych, you can't because, hey, guess what? The world don't work the way you niggas want. Sorry. You feel me? And that's my take on it, can't lie. That's
all
my
right,
take.
Thank you very much for that. So, in closing, Drift says, don't let that shit get to you.
I
say, regardless of what them motherfuckers think, we don't really need the acceptance. We'll keep doing what we're doing anyways.
Like, always remember, like, my final word on this is Drift. It's not about acceptance, gang. You get me? It's not about acceptance. It's about expression. You get me? It's about expressing.
Acceptance, expression.
You feel me? It's about expression. Nobody can tell you and, like, police how you choose to express yourself in regards to, like, some of the work you enjoy. It's really that simple. Fuck out here, bro. I ain't got time for it. Do not let anybody do that to you. What the fuck are we doing? You get me? But that has been all of my takes regarding this particular opinion. You feel me? So if there is anything else you wanted to add, Bigger G.
No, we're good on that. I feel that was very full-bodied.
Say less. In that case, this has been a KTT episode of 49. We covered JJK and Modulo, and then towards the end, we had a bit of a philosophical discussion regarding racism in anime. I have been Drift, and I've been joined by my co-host.
It's your boy Zero.
I will catch you in the next one. Love.